Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today I'm going to show you how to shrink, clone and expand a partition in Windows 10. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so today's video is going to be a bit of a weird one really. It's something that I have to do, so I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride whilst I do it so you can see how I do it and it may actually be useful for you. So, long story short, or I'll try and do it anyway. Basically, I built a PC, which you can see behind me, and when I was building it, I had to use a hard drive. I didn't have any hard drives because Amazon were out of stock and all kinds of supply issues at the moment. So I actually took apart my Silicon Power portable SSD, the B75 Pro. But I didn't realise until after it was actually a 512 gigabyte SSD, which is too big for the PC. It's supposed to be a budget build, so I needed it to be a 256 or 240 gig. But anyway, so I've installed that, so Windows is all up and running, etc. It's almost ready to go. But finally, my TC Sunbow drive has come through, and these are actually fantastic value for money at the moment. Less than £30 for a 240 gig, is this? Yeah, 240 gig drive. Excellent price at the moment. I think it's £28.99 from Prime. So this is pretty much the fastest and also the least expensive drive you can get on Amazon at the moment. So definitely worth checking out. We'll put some affiliate links in the description below, so if you want to check them out for yourself, you can do. But I've actually had about 7 or 8 of these drives now. They are really good and they do seem to be lasting the test of time, which is excellent for a cheaper drive. Anyway, I digress. So essentially what I need to do is I need to make a 512 gig drive fit on a 240 gig drive, and in order to do that I'm going to be using my drive cloning tool, which is this one here. There are other drive cloning tools available, and of course you can use free software as well if you want to, like Macro Reflect, which is excellent, which we've done a video on before, which you can check out up here. Nice and easy to use, but for my personal preference I'm just going to do the hardware route so I don't have to install any additional software on the PC other than what is needed for the new intended owner. So there's a story so far, so let's hop over to the computer and I'll show you first of all how to shrink the drive so that we can actually physically clone it from one to the other. Okay, so we're on our Windows 10 desktop, and as you can see it's a pretty vanilla installation, but what we've got is we've got 2 drives. One's a 512 gig and we need to put that onto a 240 gig. Now hardware based devices will not do that because it sees this a bigger drive, bigger partition, and it just physically can't do it. So what we need to do is to shrink the physical size of the drive so that it can actually be recognised and transfer the data over. So what we need to do is to go into disk management, so right click on the Windows start bar and choose disk management, and in disk management it shows all your disks. So as you can see here, our capacity and free space of our C drive. Now what we need to do is we need to make this so that the capacity shown, or the free space zone, is a lot less than 240 gigs, just to give it a fighting chance of doing it. So what we need to do is to right click on our drive here, the C drive, and choose shrink volume. So now it's going to query the volume to see what available space is there to shrink to. What we're going to try and do is make it so it's not the full 240, because obviously depending on how the drive is actually recognised in Windows, it's going to be really difficult to actually get a specific figure in mind here. So I'm just going to change this to what are we on? So enter the amount to shrink in megabytes, total shrink, available to shrink, total size after. Actually saying that, yeah, that's probably okay. So the total size after the shrink will be best part of 50 gigs. So let's go with that. So we'll just shrink it, we'll use the defaults, and that's going to go ahead now and then shrink that partition. So as you can see now, so there is our almost 50 gig partition, and there is our unallocated drive. So now we can shut down the computer, take out the hard drive, or SSD rather, and put it into our cloning machine, because now source drive is going to be 50 gigs or less, and the new drive is going to be 240 gigs. So obviously destination drive has to be larger than the source. So this is going to be absolutely fine. So let's shut the computer down and take the drive out and start the cloning process. Okay, so we've taken the drive out of the machine, and as you can see, this is my kind of OEM drive, but this is what was in our Silicon Power drive. Actually, really good little drive, nice and quick actually, but a little bit too big for what needs to go in there, so we're going to keep this for another project. So what we need to do now is to put this into our drive cloning machine. So drive cloning machine basically, on a hardware level, copies it sector by sector, but it also looks to see the physical size of the drive. So if the drive is too big or too small, it won't do it and it'll fail, which is why we've had to shrink our disk. So we're going to go ahead now and put our source drive in the rear mount. And then we're going to take our brand new TC Sunbow drive and we're going to stick that into the destination slot. So there we go, TC Sunbow, 240 gig drive, excellent choice. So we're going to stick that into the front section, which is our destination. So we've got our source at the back, destination at the front, which makes kind of sense. Back to the front. Anyway, I digress. So all we've got to do is turn this on now, and the machine will power up and the drives will be initialized. There's 2 dots on the front, so now all we need to do is press and hold for a couple of seconds until the light turns blue. So 1, 2, 3, and then press again, and then that will start the cloning process. So we can leave that running and that will keep cloning for probably about 10, 15, 20 minutes. It shouldn't take too long at all, but we'll leave that to go and come back to it when it's finished. Okay, so the drive's finished cloning now, so we can take the drive out. So all we need to do is power down the device first of all, and then gently just remove the drives. So now our Silicon Power 512 gig drive we can put back inside of the case in here. So we can use that as our intended drive, which is actually going to be replacing the drive in another computer which is going to be up there to keep it nice and quiet. But anyway, we'll see that in another video. But what we can do now is to take out our TC Sunbow drive, and now we can put this back in the PC. And because at the moment this only thinks it's a 50 gig drive because it cloned the 50 gig drive in the previous drive, we need to go into Windows and then expand that partition to take full advantage of the size which is on the drive. So let's go back over to the computer. Okay, so we've booted back up into Windows, so let's just have a look at our hard drive situation. And there we go, so it's showing we've only got 1.1 gigs free of 47.4 gigs, which is obviously not great, so we need to change that. So let's right click on the start flag again and go into disk management. Actually, if I pull this across, hopefully we can see it changing actually in real time. So currently there we've got our 175.45 gigabytes of unallocated disk space. So what we need to do is click on our C drive or highlight the C drive, right click on it and choose extend volume. And then we can go into the extend volume wizard. So click on next, and basically that is the full size of the drive. You can choose less if you want to partition it here, you can do, but in a smaller size, and then you can have another additional unit left over. But we want to use the whole size of that, so let's click on next. And there is the extra megabytes we'll be adding, and click finish. And hopefully that should, no, it hasn't refreshed on here, so let's go up a level, then go back into this PC, and there we go, that looks much better. So we've got 186 gigabytes free of 222 gigabytes. Obviously you do lose a little bit for the partition for formats, all that kind of stuff, and also the recovery partitions, but that is pretty much it. So we're done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try a quick benchmark on this PC just to make sure that the disk is actually running as it should do. So we're going to our downloads, and I'm going to try user benchmark because that's actually not a bad benchmark utility. So we're going to open that and we're going to let it run across the whole system. And I'll fast forward through this just so you don't have to see it all. Okay, so there is our benchmark done, and as you can see it's not a particularly graphically powerful machine because it's using onboard graphics, but still the rest of it. So our PC status, processor, boot drive, memory and OS version have all got green lights. So let's have a look and see what we get. So our Ryzen 3 3200G is currently coming up under pretty decent. So that is a pretty decent result. We're in the top end of the results there, so that is what we'd expect. The Vega 8 graphics, the benchmark, we actually got towards the top end of that as well, so that's fantastic. It's a slow benchmark, but it's actually performing way above expectations, so that's great. So we've tweaked that acceptably. And the TC Sunbow, so average there, yep, so we're performing above expectations. Again, we're in the 85th percentile, so we're towards the top end here. Considering this is a really budget system, that is doing fantastically well. As you can see, the bench has got 83.7%, excellent. We've got some really good sustained speeds, sequential, random 4Ks and deep Q, all in the green, so fantastic. That is what we wanted to see. And the RAM, actually, Silicon Power RAM that we're using in this machine, also doing very, very well and is in the 86th percentile. So if you want to do a bench test on your system and see how it compares with mine, feel free to do so from userbenchmark.com. Yeah, let us know what your results are. Hopefully your graphics results will be better than mine. Okay, so there we go. We've successfully taken a large hard drive, squished it down into a much smaller hard drive. We've then cloned that hard drive onto another slightly larger hard drive, but smaller than the original one. And then we've extended the partition to take use of the full speed. And then we've verified that the disk is performing as it should do in user benchmark, and it's performing really, really well. So fantastic news all round. It's all worked out fantastically. I get to have my 512 gig drive back. The user of the PCs gets his 240 gig, as was spec'd in the build. Everything is all happy. So if you've got any comments or questions, feel free to stick them in the comment section below. If you want to see how to use Macrim Reflect to clone your hard drive rather than using a dedicated piece of hardware, you can click on the eye up there and you can get the information from the videos. They're linked. But in the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.